Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Hockey Raiders NHL News and Rumors Rundown. My name is Jim Parsons. I'm here with the HockeyRaiders.com. Lots to go through today. Preseason well underway. Regular season right around the corner. Some injuries, some signings. Whole bunch of stuff that we're going to go through. So we're going to do that right now. Just a quick reminder, though, if you want to follow us, you can do so in a few ways. On Twitter, at the Hockey Raiders. On Facebook, facebook.com/HockeyRaiders. Or, of course, our website, thehockeyraiders.com. Okay, so here's a bunch of things that are going on right now. Jack Eichel's the biggest story, obviously, in Buffalo. This is not getting any better. In fact, it's getting much worse. If you need a quick review, Jack Eichel wants a certain sort of disc replacement surgery. The Buffalo Sabres don't want that. They're not approving it. They want him to get a fusion surgery. These two sides cannot meet. They cannot find common ground here. So here's what's happening. The latest is that Jack Eichel just doesn't know what he's going to do. He's been stripped of his captaincy. The team is probably going to suspend and maybe fine him. He's not really sure if he should get the surgery. There's some people saying he should get the one he wants anyway, heal up, be gone, and then maybe he can make himself more available or attractive for a trade. The Buffalo Sabres are probably not going to pay him. They don't want to take any sort of a discount on a trade. It's just getting uglier and uglier. The NHLPA and the NHL has stepped in here a couple times, and they haven't been able to come to a resolution. The CBA is pretty clear on the fact that teams own the right to decide which sort of injury situation to follow through with or what sort of solution when it comes to these injuries. So Jack Eichel really doesn't have much choice other than to just go get the surgery, sit out, not get paid. Now, if he doesn't do that, he's got to pay for the surgery himself. He's got to take the risk himself, all the other things that come with it. So it's a tough decision. It's not getting any closer. Teams have there's some confusion over whether or not other teams have been given his medical records. We're not really sure where that sits yet, but all we know is Jack Eichel and the Buffalo Sabres are not any closer, and no team's really closer to trading for him either. So we'll keep our eyes on this situation. Travis Hamonic, he is not reported to Vancouver yet. We do not know if he's not coming because he's anti-vax. We don't think that's the case. In fact, other people have said that he is not anti-vax. But basically what's happening here is that there's a personal matter that the Canucks have said, yes, he's not opting out for the season, but there is a personal matter that he's taking care of. So we don't know if it's related to COVID. We don't know if it's a personal family matter. We're not really sure. All we know is Travis Hamonic is not opting out of the season. He's not been traded by the Vancouver Canucks. He's not reported to camp yet. We just don't really know where that sits. So we'll keep our eyes on Travis Hamonic. If they're going to have to replace him, they're going to have to do so pretty quickly. If he doesn't play or he sits out or what have you, we'll see where this cap situation leads the Vancouver Canucks. But there's other Vancouver Canucks news, which is good. Elias, Pettersson, and Quinn Hughes have both signed contract extensions. Elias Pettersson gets 3 years. Quinn Hughes gets 6. It's really good news for the Vancouver Canucks. They'll still have player control for Elias Pettersson. They'll lose 1 year, or they get 1 year of unrestricted free agency with Quinn Hughes. Good deals. So they're going to be there. Good value for the Canucks. Should be helpful for them. If they not had those guys this season, it would have been really, really ugly. Marc Bergevin. Here's a story in Montreal. He has been offered a contract extension. He has not accepted it. It goes way back to July. It's not clear whether or not he's just playing leverage here. Wants to stay in Montreal. It sounds like he's missing the U.S. and his family. He may want to take a look at his other options. Maybe he's just holding out for a better situation. We're not really sure. But Marc Bergevin has not signed a contract extension with the Montreal Canadiens in his final year as their GM. We're not really sure where all this sits, but it looks like this is going to be an interesting story to watch, because Marc Bergevin's an interesting guy. He has had a very good run with the Montreal Canadiens last year, led them all the way to Stanley Cup Finals, but he's also made some iffy decisions. How many teams are going to be interested in Bergevin's services? We don't really know. We know Montreal wants to keep him. It's just that there's no reason to assume that this is going to get done anytime soon, and he's got a pretty high asking price from what we hear, and the Montreal Canadiens, they may want to go there, they may not want to go there. We'll see. One team that did give another extension to a coach is the Toronto Maple Leafs. Gave a 2-year extension to Sheldon Keefe. It's not a 3-year or 5-year deal, which is pretty standard for a lot of the coaches now. So this is kind of a prove-me contract for Sheldon Keefe. If he wants to get a good run with the Toronto Maple Leafs, this is the best chance he's going to have. It'll be the first season he's played 82 games or coached 82 games for the Maple Leafs. He's not had him in a full training camp. He's not had him on a full off season. This is going to be his opportunity to really prove that he's a guy that the Maple Leafs can invest long-term in. And for the Maple Leafs, they're going to just see how it goes. They had enough confidence to sign him before the season either played itself out and fell apart for the Maple Leafs or did really well. But they didn't give him a 5-year deal like they do a lot of coaches. So kind of a prove-me contract for Sheldon Keefe. Some news coming out of the Edmonton Oilers camp. Josh Archibald is still unclear what's happening there. He is the one player on the Edmonton Oilers roster that is not vaccinated, but it sounds like he's not well. That there's something mysterious going on here with him, that he's not been able to get up to speed. He's not been able to skate effectively. They're getting some blood work done. They're seeing where Josh Archibald is, but it sort of delays a decision on him because he can't even get a vaccination shot right now if he wanted to. Apparently, that's the story with this illness. So we'll see what goes on there. And in Detroit, Jakub Vrana, he's out for 4 months. Bad news for the Red Wings. He was going to be a very big part of their offense this season, and he's out for a while. So not a good start for the Red Wings. Not exactly how they wanted to kick off their season. He just signed with the team. They were hoping that he'd be a big contributing factor here, and now he's out for a little bit. We'll see what happens. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this week. Enjoy preseason. Check out the YouTube video on hockeyraiders.com. Everything else that goes with it. We'll talk to you next week. And the regular season's right around the corner. It's going to be pretty awesome. See you guys later.